Hello everyone and welcome to Revit Workshop. My name is Mario and today I'm going to be covering view templates. I'll start off by discussing the benefits of using view templates. I'll also cover how to create a view template and then how to apply them to multiple views, and then also transferring view templates from one project into another so that you can maintain somewhat of a standard between your drawings for you or your firm. To start off, the benefits of using view templates are that you can maintain some sort of consistency between your drawings, and you can create view templates for floor plans, roof plans, your exterior elevations, interior elevations, wall sections, reflected ceiling plans, and even 3D views. To demonstrate part of it is, here are some exterior elevations created for a project here in Texas, and what you see is there is somewhat of a consistency between the drawing, this north elevation drawing, and this south elevation drawing below it. You can still see the same consistency on the next page of elevations. So the view templates help us maintain some sort of visibility graphic control globally for multiple views. Another benefit of them is for using them in plan details and your section details. Of course, you have many of these that you're going to produce for your clients, and to in order to show the contractors how you intend to build a portion of the project. Here we have 6 plan details, and they all maintain that same level of quality and consistency in the drawings. The same can be said for our wall sections and our section details right above them. They all maintain a consistent graphic standard among them. And so the next step is, in this video I'll be covering how to create one, and I'll do that by manipulating the views in this other project. It's a 2-story office building. It's mainly core and shell, meaning that it's we're only building out the main lobby and flex space and corridors of the building. The rest of it is up for grabs for any future tenant to infill with their with their business. So the first step in creating it, let's say we're going to create some sort of schematic drawing for our client, and let's say we're in the very beginning stages of design. The way I like to do it is by going to the visibility graphics and maintaining some sort of control using the visibility graphics, rather than trying to hide things within the view itself. Visibility graphics has control over the view, and then we can use those same visibility graphics to create the view template. So let's begin by first turning off the grids. These are in the annotation category of the view, so let's go ahead and search for them in grids. Let's also make sure that levels are turned off, sections are turned off, and reference planes are turned off. So once we hit OK, all of those annotation objects should disappear. There we go. So the next thing we want to do is we want to, let's say we want to hide that topography cut pattern at the very bottom, and we don't want to see it. We want it to be white, and the pattern infill that we want to use is solid. There we go. And this line is pretty thin. We can change that by going to manage, go to object styles, and look for that same category that we just looked at, topography, and let's change that to maybe 8. So that topography line should get a little thicker. And there you go, there it did. Now one more thing that we want to do, let me delete this before I continue, is we want to create a shaded drawing to show somewhat of a rendered image, because it's a presentation drawing after all. So it's shaded. Let's open up this menu one more time so everyone can see the graphic display options. These are also transferable between view templates. So once we create this, we'll be able to apply to multiple views. Let's turn on our shadows. Let's apply and see what that looks like. Let's show the ambient shadows. These add a further level of depth to the drawing that makes it look really nice. And we're going to turn on smooth lines with anti-aliasing just to get a crisper, smoother line. And let's also turn on the depth cue, because there are portions of this building that are further behind that we want to get that we want to show lighter. So for this, this may depend on your project, but things further beyond may fade just a little, and then we can manipulate this other one as well just to see what it would look like. And that looks okay. Let's also go to lighting, also so the shadows are just a little less dark. Let's turn it on down to 30. Anywhere from 15 to 30 is actually pretty good. You can still see a little bit of shadows back here, but I liked it better at 30. Let's continue going with that. Let's turn the sunlight down just a little bit. Turn the ambient light up a little. Maybe a little less. Okay. That looks a little good. And to add a background, let's say a sky or something, we would go to background and add a sky. And there we go, we get a sky, but that sky looks pretty dark. So let's maybe, since it's still conceptual, let's add a gradient and we can change the colors here. This color of blue looks okay-ish. Let's choose a little cyan and turn it lighter. That looks okay. Then let's hit apply. See what that looks like. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so then once we're satisfied with that, we can hit OK. One more thing that we can do is actually go into our model. Let's turn on this setting here. It allows you to pick things in Revit by face, and these window, curtain, storefront windows are all groups. So let me tab a couple of times. Alright, so there I selected the curtain wall panel. Now what we're going to do is select all of those instances in this drawing and manually change the override the graphics in the view by the element. And the surface pattern, we're gonna change the color to maybe this blue, and turn the light just a little, and then we're gonna add a little bit of transparency to it. Maybe 60 should do. So we'll be able to see through the windows. There we go. We can see partially through them. That one didn't change, but I think it's because it's spandrel. So let's do the same thing to that. Solid. Okay, so let's change those actually in here. Glass, alright. Change the transparency here to maybe 50. Hit apply. And there we go, we applied it globally to all of those curtain panels. So now that we've done that for this elevation, let's say we're pretty satisfied with what it looks like now, and we'll be able to show this to our client add a little bit of annotations, maybe tell them the height of the finished floor. Maybe zoom in just a little, because this information matters to our clients. We need to be able to tell them what the height of their finished floor is. That actually may be hidden here. Spot elevations. Or turned off. There we go. So here we go. So we'll be able to show this information to our client. We'll be able to tell them what the finished floor height is in relation to something else. And then we'll be able to tell them what the top of their parapet height is. So we have those two annotations on there, and these won't translate into another view, but will graphically all the views should read the same. Okay, so once we're done with our view and we're happy with it, we are going to go to view in order to create a view template. And we do that by heading over here to view templates, and then in the drop down select create template from view. And this little dialog box will pop up so you can name it. So we'll name it schematic elevations, and we will add a scale because all of the drawings should have the same scale. And we're going to change it to an 1/8 here in a little bit. So hit OK, and there we go. We have our view template, and then the view template dialog box popped up. So we said that it's going to be 1/8 of an inch per foot scale, and we can change it globally here and then apply it to other views. And now let's find the other views that we want to apply it to. So we have, for this office building, 2 more views. We have our north, our east, our west. We just need to open our south. Okay, so here we go. So here are the 3 other views that we're going to apply this view template to. And actually the view template wasn't really applied to the view that we created. So let's select all the views over here in the project browser, hold shift, and then select all of the views that you want to apply it to. Go to the identity data and under view template, press the none button, and then select the view template you want to apply. Once you've found it, hit OK. It'll think a little, but there you go. All of your views now have the same view template that you first created in this other view, and therefore you'll be able to quickly give this information over to your client so that they can visualize what their building will look like. And of course we want to hide some of the things we don't want to see and crop it a little. And the purpose of doing it this way here is because we have some drawings, like let's say this building here. The normal way of doing this is we would draw up an elevation in AutoCAD, and then someone would take it into Photoshop and then apply all these materials. Revit, on the other hand, allows you to do those kinds of elevations really quickly and be able to give them to put them in front of your client faster, and creating them all with one software rather than multiple. And of course you can still take it into Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever afterwards and make them look even better than what they would look like here. But this way, for you have a tight deadline, you're at least 10-20 steps faster than anybody else. Okay, so we've created a template, we've applied it to other views. Now the next step is to transfer this view template into another one. So let's go ahead and open up another project. Here we go. Here's a small little retail building that we have, and we're going to apply the same view template that we had on the office building to this one. And we're going to do that by going into this project over here, go to the Manage tab, Transfer Project Standards, and we're going to copy them from not this project, but this office project over here. Unchecked everything here, and then looked for your view templates, which should be at the very bottom. Check that and then hit OK. Okay, so excuse the silence. I was a little confused as to what happened, but so the view template actually came through, and it should have told us a little bit more information, but it didn't. So now we did transfer that view template over. So here it is, schematic elevations at 1/8 of an inch scale. We'll hit OK, and we should get our project here as well. What did it hide? What did it hide? So it's hiding a bunch of information here, and I'm not entirely sure why. All of our model elements are open. Okay everyone, excuse that short pause. I was confused as to what happened, and I'll tell you what happened. So because the projects have varying origin points, they didn't start off at the same point, and also the elevations were modeled differently. What happened was that it worked in these two, but what happened was that the view template was set up to have the far clipping clip without a line. Let's just change that to no clip, so that wherever our elevation is, it will go all the way through the project, and we'll be able to see our building now. So it hid it temporarily because of that. And here is our small retail center, and all quickly done without the need of Photoshop or Illustrator for the beginning part at least. And then you can go ahead and add any other information that you want to add, your finished floor height, your top of parapet, and you can produce quick, graphically pleasing drawings, quick, very fast to put in front of your client. So hopefully that helps some people. It helps on how to create them, how to transfer them. Hopefully it covers kind of the benefits of why view templates are useful, not only for schematic purposes, but even you can use them for anything else that you would like, especially for documentation. If you want to have some sort of control on how you want to translate all that information to your contractors, to make sure that you have consistent drawings that are easy to read and understandable for your contractors, your consultants, and your clients, so that everyone is happy. You're happy. It reduces headaches. It reduces the monotonous task of having to update everything and you don't have to go view by view hiding elements time and time again. So that's it for this video. If you have any other comments or requests of videos that we should do, mainly what we'll be covering in the future is kind of the mixture of schematic design phase through DD phase level of drawings, all the way through some construction documents, and even some CA work or some construction administration, even managing your model throughout different phases of the project. If you'd like to know more, be sure to check out revitworkshop.com. It's actually rbtworkshop.com. We have some projects that we've done there. We'll also be making more videos, maybe of how to model a retail building, how to model office buildings, and how to model multifamily projects with taking into consideration some best practices, some do's and don'ts of the trade. So other than that, goodbye. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if this video helped out. If it didn't, that's okay. We're here to share information and hopefully help others learn how to use Revit well and efficiently. Thank you.